Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklateXhomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Wednesday morning forecast update, and a lot to update you on as it looks increasingly likely that we may see some rain due to this evolving kind of tropical system in the Gulf of Mexico. I'll have more on that in just a moment, but at least in the short term, the story continues to be the heat today, so we'll likely wind up in the mid-90s this afternoon. Quick warm-up, but a little bit of good news today. No counties or parishes on the heat advisory map. We actually have a weak cold front that will move through. We probably shouldn't even call it a cold front. All it's going to do is maybe drop the humidity a notch or two here, which will likely keep us out of the heat advisories, but still will probably feel like it's in the upper 90s with the temperatures we're expecting this afternoon. That said, another nice morning. Most of us have dipped down into the low 70s here, maybe even a few 60s before we reach sunrise, so take advantage of the cooler morning. You won't want to be out there too much this afternoon with highs likely winding up between 94 and 96 degrees, so we may drop off a degree or two from where we were yesterday, but either way, just kind of splitting hairs. 95, 97 doesn't really make that big of a difference. It's definitely going to feel pretty hot this afternoon. Looking at satellite and radar, if you look up towards the Little Rock area, you see maybe some showers that popped up there on the Ozarks. That's the same frontal boundary that will be kind of cruising south through the day today. So once it gets to the Arklatex with the heat and humidity that we have, it is possible it could pop up what I would call just a stray shower this afternoon. I think most of us will stay dry, just kind of partly cloudy today, but you can see Futurecast hinting at maybe some showers. Really doesn't matter north or south, east or west. We can see those pop up just about anywhere today. Will be very light rain if it moves through, so we're not concerned about any kind of severe weather or heavy rain in your weather pattern today, and looks like we will continue to see mainly dry and hot conditions through at least Friday. Weekend forecast gets a little bit interesting here. So we've been telling you past few days about the tropical system here in the Gulf of Mexico. All signs kind of pointed to that staying northeast, and that's still a possibility for us. But as of this morning, the forecast model runs really starting to show more of a western movement with this. We have this big ridge of high pressure out in the west coast, and that may actually move back to the west a little bit and open the door for this to go a little bit further west. So we are expecting a tropical depression or tropical storm, which would be Claudette, at some point later this week, whether it's by tomorrow or Friday. And here's a look at your Robin's Toyota Futurecast. So the system will move north, and you can see more of a western turn with that. Of course, if the storm is west of us, that kind of puts us on the rainy side. These tropical systems, they tend to be rain-loaded on the east side, so that puts the Arklatex in a place where we could definitely see some rain. This would be Saturday at about 2 p.m., and you can see the coverage of the showers and maybe a few isolated thunderstorms pretty high, so that's why we bumped up the rain chances for your Saturday forecast. Again, this is by no means set in stone. We could see this thing wobble around a little bit, but it is looking increasingly likely that we'll see some of these impacts from this thing this weekend. We move into Father's Day. Obviously, I know many of you may have some backyard cookouts with Dad and some outdoor plans. I can't rule out maybe some rain still continuing here, especially in Louisiana and Arkansas, but at this point it looks like we may see some improvements by Sunday, and this will kind of be followed by a cold front next Monday and Tuesday. So these would be the rains here associated with the tropical system. There are some locations here in Louisiana and Arkansas showing a good 2 to 3 inches of rainfall. And again, that's probably not out of the question here. So the Weather Service putting out this morning that they're considering a flash flood watch if the trend with the models continues to take it closer to the Arklatex. So again, last thing we need is any heavy rain. We've had an opportunity for the lakes and rivers to come down just a little bit this week, and we'd like to see that continue for a few more days, but it looks like we will see some rain at least early in the weekend here. That will drop the temperatures, will warm it right back up as the rain kind of tapers off on Father's Day. But we have another front, this cold front next Monday to Tuesday. It may affect both of these days, but especially Tuesday. This one looks like it will probably break the heat for a few days, so we may enjoy a few days with highs in the 80s by the middle of next week.